This is Grant Costa reporting for GC Sports. Today is going to be a very serious video, so please pay attention. Just kidding! Welcome back to GC Sports, everyone! Such a great day! Great day to be here. Today, we're doing the NFL Week 9 predictions. If you guys like this series, you know what you gotta do. But let's start. Anyways, first up, Thursday Night Football, we have the Indianapolis Colts facing the New York Jets. Now, last week, the Colts lost to the Titans like I predicted because Carson Wentz is really dumb now and is not making good decisions. And the Jets, they beat the Bengals last week. I did not predict this. It was a final score of 34-31 on Halloween. It was a really good game. And the Jets won. Mike White at quarterback. Over 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. NFL QB of the week, Mike White. A guy won like $1,000 betting on him doing awesome. This week the Jets are not going to do awesome. I have the Colts beating the Jets. Next up, the Bengals facing the Browns. Once again, the Bengals lost last week to the Jets. The Browns, last week, they lost to the Steelers, just like I predicted. What is going on with the Browns? They are 4-4 right now. What is going on? The Bengals, they're doing very well. Joe Burrow's doing great. The Browns, they're not doing well. They released Odell Beckham today. A video will be coming out soon of possible destinations for Odell. But that loss, he hasn't been doing anything for the Browns this season, but I still think he's a really good player. But I have the Bengals beating the Browns in Cincinnati. Next up, worst game of the week, Dolphins facing the Texans. Dolphins lost last week, probably just like I predicted. Yep, they lost to the Bills just like I predicted. And the Texans lost last week, probably just like I predicted. Yep, just like I predicted to the Rams. The Dolphins suck, absolutely suck. And for the Texans, Tyrod Taylor is returning this week. Tyrod Taylor is returning this week. And he's going to start. I got the Texans beating the Dolphins in Miami. They're both horrible teams. This is going to be a horrible game. But I have the Texans beating the Dolphins. Texans are just a better football team than the Dolphins. 100% better. But next up, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars facing the Buffalo Bills, which the Jacksonville Jaguars lost last week to the Seahawks, just like I predicted. Jaguars suck. And the Bills won last week, like I said, just like I predicted, to the Dolphins. And a ton of people are saying this is going to be a really close game. You're crazy. Trevor Lawrence is a bust. Jacksonville Jaguars are a horrible team. Buffalo Bills are going to win in Jacksonville. Easy win. Cowboys Broncos. Broncos. Last week, I said they were going to lose to the football team, the Washington football team. And the Broncos actually won. It was very surprising. Very surprising. But the NFL is very surprising. And the Cowboys beat They beat the Vikings. And I did not predict that. That was a crazy game. I thought Vikings were going to win easily, but the Cowboys won. So the Cowboys, I think, have one loss. One loss. And they're going to continue having one loss because the Cowboys are going to beat the Broncos in Dallas. Next up, we have the Giants facing the Raiders. The Raiders last week had a bye week, and the Giants last week, they lost to the Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs, just like I predicted. Now let's talk about the Raiders. It's a nightmare. And this has been a chaotic season for the Raiders. First, John Gruden's gone. Now, Henry Ruggs. Why does this always have to happen to the Raiders? But that won't matter, because the Raiders are going to beat the Giants in New York. And we're also going to sign some wide receivers better than Henry Ruggs. Possibly Odell. We'll see. Raiders are favored to get Odell. They're in first, but we don't have the cap room to get him. Next up, the Carolina Panthers facing the New England Patriots. You guys think about this one. And think about last week. Think. Keep thinking. Keep thinking, guys. Keep thinking. Okay, you've thought for too long. Patriots beat the Chargers last week, just like I predicted. But not from this guy, even though he did very well. It was from Adrian Phillips, the former Charger. 2 interceptions, and 1 was for a pick 6. Adrian Phillips, player of the game. Boom. And the Carolina Panthers, and by the way, you guys would call me crazy for saying the Patriots are going to beat the Chargers. Take that, you're crazy. And the Carolina Panthers, they beat the Falcons. And I did not predict that. But that's what happened. But I have, in Carolina, this guy is gonna win for the Patriots. Let's go, Patriots! 5-4! We are gonna beat the Carolina Panthers in Carolina. Come on, bro. Don't be jealous that I got a good team and you don't, Bears. Next up, the Ravens facing the Vikings. This is going to be a really good game. The Ravens, last week they were on a bye week, and they're off the bye now. And the Vikings lost last week to the Cowboys. Now, the Ravens, they're a good team. The Vikings, they're a good team. The Ravens don't have running backs that are super good. The Vikings have Dalvin Cook. The Ravens have really good receivers. The Vikings, who are the Vikings receivers? Hang on. Vikings wide receivers. Okay. Really? Their only super good one? has to be Adam Thielen. Yeah. Unless you guys consider Whop Filer or Tyrone Walker are super good. But Justin Jefferson! How I forget him? Okay, never mind. Vikings and Ravens both have good receivers. I got the Vikings beating the Ravens. Last week, the Ravens had a bye week, and the Vikings lost to the Cowboys, just like I said, like 10 seconds ago. But I have the Vikings beating the Ravens in Baltimore. Eagles facing the Chargers. Last week, the Eagles destroyed the Lions. I did not predict that. I thought the Lions were going to get their first win of the season. But they got their butts kicked. I think it was like 44-6. Yeah, 44-6. Jeez. You guys are going to have the first overall pick. And maybe you go quarterback. No, there's no good quarterbacks this year in this draft. There's no first-round caliber quarterbacks. And the Chargers lost to you-know-who. Mac Jones. And Adrian Phillips, the former Charger. But this one's going to be super easy. Eagles suck. Chargers are going to beat the Eagles. Next up, the Kansas City Chiefs facing the Green Bay Packers. Okay, let's talk. Kansas City Chiefs are doing horrible this season. And their schedule is just getting even tougher and tougher down the road. I thought they were going to lose to the Packers this week. But the Packers now are down Aaron Rodgers. So therefore, Jordan Love is going to start. Aaron Rodgers got COVID. And so, Jordan Love. Jordan Love is horrible. Horrible. Bust of his draft for quarterbacks. Quarterbacks that were taken in that draft. Tua, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert. There are a ton of quarterbacks taken in the first round of that draft. And the worst one, Jordan Love. Second worst, Tua Tagovailoa. But Jordan Love sucks. So just because of that, and Devontae Adams might not even play. Just because of that, mostly just because of Love is playing. I got the Kansas City Chiefs beating the Green Bay Packers in Kansas City. The Chiefs beat the Giants last week like I predicted, and the Packers beat the Cardinals last week like I predicted. Cardinals are not 7-0 no more. Next up, the LA Rams facing the Tennessee Titans. The LA Rams are doing great this year. Great. They just traded for Von Miller as well, if you guys saw my last video. You guys know where I'm going with this. Super Bowl in LA. Are they going to be in it? 2 years in a row? That the Super Bowl home team wins it? But the Rams are overpowered now. And they're facing the Tennessee Titans, who last week they beat the Colts, and the Rams beat the Texans last week. Rams, easy win. Easy dub. Plus, Tennessee Titans, aren't your receivers out or questionable to be out? Julio Jones and A.J. Brown. That's your season blowing away. I'm joking. You're still going to do really good this season, but not against the Rams. Von Miller, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Matthew Stafford. Can't stop him. Cooper Kupp, can't stop him. Rams are beating the Titans in LA. Next up, the Steelers facing the Bears. You guys know I hate the Steelers, and I don't think they're good. You guys know I hate the Bears and don't think they're good. This is on Monday Night Football. The Bears last week lost to the 49ers like I predicted, and the Steelers beat the Browns like I predicted. And I have the Steelers beating the Bears. Allen Robinson, this is his last season with the Bears probably. And they're not doing well. Justin Fields, I've been saying this a lot with a lot of different quarterbacks, bust. He had a good game last week, don't get me wrong. But every bust has at least a couple good games. But they're still a bust. Justin Fields is a bust. Steelers are going to beat the Bears on Monday Night Football in Pittsburgh. Next up, the New Orleans Saints going against the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, guys, this one took me a while. You know why? Jameis Winston out, I believe, for the rest of the season. Then their second string, Taysom Hill, he's already injured. And so they are they're going to use, who's their quarterback again? That's right, Trevor Seaman. He did awesome last week, and he beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers lost to the Saints. Trey Seaman, boom, boom, boom. He's good. That man's good. And the Falcons last week, they probably lost. Yep, they lost to the Panthers. And I have, either way, just because Jameis Winston is out, I still have the New Orleans Saints defeating the Atlanta Falcons. And next up, the last one, San Francisco 49ers facing the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray's out, injured. They're going to start Colt McCoy. That's just sad. And Colt McCoy and the Cardinals are going up against San Francisco 49ers. Maybe the Niners should give Trey Lance a chance. Might do better than Jimmy G. But there's no way Colt McCoy is going to win it for the Cardinals. Especially against the San Francisco 49ers. Last week, the 49ers won, I think, like I predicted. They beat the Bears. And the Cardinals lost to the Packers like I predicted. But I got the 49ers winning. And that's all the games. Backup quarterback. Yeah. Backup quarterback. Winning all the games. Going in. Cleaning up the games. Wow. What a game. What a week. But this is week 9 now, and it's going to be great. So let's talk about the standings. AFC North. First place, we have the Bengals at 6-3. Wow. Then second, we have the Steelers at 5-3. And the Ravens at 5-3 in third. Then in fourth, we have the Browns at 4-5. What a disappointing season. Then the AFC South, first place we have the Tennessee Titans at 6-3. Second, we have the Colts at 4-5. Third, we have the Texans at 2-7. And fourth, we have the Jaguars at 1-7. AFC East, first place we have the Buffalo Bills at 6-2. Second place we have the New England Patriots at 5-4. Let's go Patriots! Winning record, let's go. Third place we have the Jets at 2-6, and fourth, the Dolphins at 1-8. Jets are better than the Dolphins. In the AFC West, first place, we have the Las Vegas Raiders at 6-2. Second, we have the Chargers at 5-3. Third, we have the Chiefs at 5-4. And fourth, we have the Broncos at 4-5. Then the NFC, starting with the NFC North. First place, we have the Packers at 7-2. Second, we have the Vikings at 4-4. Then third, we have the Bears at 3-6. Fourth, we have the Lions at 0-8. NFC South, first place, we have the Saints at 6-2. Then second, we have the Buccaneers at 6-2. Third, we have the Panthers at 4-5. And third we have the Panthers at 4-5. And fourth, we have the Falcons at 3-5. The NFC East, first, we have the Cowboys at 7-1. Second, we have the Eagles, 3-6. Then third, we have the football team at 2-6. And fourth, we have the New York Giants at 2-7. Which that leaves us lastly, which possibly is this the best division in the NFC? I don't know. One of the hardest, probably. NFC West, first place, we got the LA Rams at 8-1. 8-1. Great team. Second, we have the Cardinals at 7-2. Third, we have the 49ers at 4-4. And fourth, we have the Seahawks at 3-5. Cardinals started off 7-0, and if they lose this week like I'm predicting against the 49ers, that's going to be 2 losses in a row. But guys, if the playoffs were to start today, teams that would be in the Bengals, Steelers, Ravens, Titans, Bills, Raiders, Chargers. And for the NFC, Packers, Vikings, Saints, Buccaneers, Cowboys, Rams, and Cardinals. The NFL is crazy. Very crazy. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please, please. Like the video and turn on post notifications. But here we go, week 9. Here we go, week 9. Here we go, week 9. Here we go, here we go. Gonna be a great week. And this guy is gonna win. See you guys next week and subscribe. Peace.